lie there in that old curiosity shop.
That's a nice one. I have a feeling that might be a New Martinsville piece, but I'm not sure about that. I don't necessarily recognize the etch on it, but it kind of has a New Martinsville feel to me. These little, that design that's part of the mold there reminds me of some of the other pieces that particular company produced. I'm going to keep on moving down the line here and see what I can see. Oh, there's a turkey platter down there. It's a big one. Not very colorful. Oh, look at this. That's a pretty little thing. Oh, I love this colorful chalkware bird. And he's in really good condition. Yes, I like that. Look at the colors on that. I just might want to put that in my kitchen. Just as something to brighten it up. Oh, we'll look at that a little bit closer in the car. That's going down in the cart for sure. For sure, for sure. Now, let's see, that says Reno. Yeah, that's not of any particular interest to me. It's 2 days after Christmas. You know what? I shouldn't say it's 2 days after Christmas. It's the second day of Christmas, right? We're going to keep Christmas going until, maybe even after Epiphany. It always annoys me when, the day after Christmas, all the Christmas music stops and everybody says bah humbug. No, no, no. The 12 days of Christmas are in their infancy. And we're going to enjoy Christmas decorations and Christmas music. I haven't even done a home Christmas tour yet. And I purposely don't do it until after Christmas Day. Because I want to keep the Christmas feeling and the Christmas spirit going. At least until, oh my word. Oh my gosh. How many grandmothers? Oh yes. Day of Christmas. Well, it's a bit of a cold, rainy day here. Actually, not too terribly cold, but a little on the gloomy side. Hey, today is a couple of days after Christmas. And of course, as I was saying in the store, and everybody already knows this, we're just barely into the 12 days of Christmas, right? Of course, on the Christian calendar, the 12 days of Christmas spans the distance between the birth of Christ and the arrival of the wise men, or Epiphany. So that goes through to what, January the 6th? Oh yeah, the Christmas music, the festivities, it continues. And you're going to have a Christmas home tour of my house. I just haven't given it to you yet. Okay, so if you don't want Christmas to end, you're on the right channel. It's not ending at my house for a while. Okay, let's take a look at what I got. I couldn't resist. Such good condition. Sometimes it's hard to tell on these chalkware pieces. Oh, I guess I had him turned the wrong way. Exactly how old they are, because they usually are not dated. And this one has nothing on it. Considering the bird, the style and everything, the condition is unbelievable. But I have a feeling that this is an older one, and I think we could easily be sometime right around the era of the Second World War. Maybe just a little bit before, maybe just a little bit after. But the sunlight, well, it's raining, so I don't know why the color is being washed out, but he's in flawless condition. That's been in somebody's cabinet for a long, long time. Now you couldn't resist this. I haven't bothered to look at which. I don't think there wouldn't be anything on him. But look at that. See the little pastel colors on that? Elsie the cow. No, it's not supposed to be Elsie, but it reminds me of Elsie the cow. A little planter there again, probably something made right around the era of the 1940s, late 40s, possibly even into the early 50s. That's really cute. Now look at this. I can't wait to get the tape off of it. look at this inkwell, and this appears to be, well, you know what? Let's try to get, well, I don't want to fiddle with it, but I'll let you see the glass inkwells. We have both tops, which is absolutely amazing. We have, is he a stag? I don't know what he is, a deer back there. A slight bend to one of his antlers, and I'm not going to fiddle with that, because you try to bend that back into place and I could very easily break that off. It's not bad, it's just a little tiny. So we're going to leave it alone. This was probably undoubtedly gilded. In fact, I have no doubt. If we look at the bottom, we can see that it was gilded when it was new. And so not ormolu, because this is not brass. It's a type of a heavy cast metal. There are no marks on the bottom. I looked, and I was looking for JB for Jennings Brothers, and I haven't gotten all the tape and all of the gloopy gloop off of it yet. So there still could be a mark on here somewhere of a foundry. But even if there isn't, I think we're back sometime in the, perhaps the late Victorian or Edwardian era on that. So super excited to find this double inkwell. We'll get that home and get it all cleaned up. And now let me show you some old records. Now, I spied these several weeks ago, and I have been waiting. I could have paid, and it would be okay if I had paid what they were asking, but I said, no, I'll just wait and take my chances, and I did wait. And a few of them had sold already, and I'm sure somebody cherry-picked, but I was able to get 3 big old Victor albums. Now, let me explain for just a minute. These go back to 1903, 1910, 1912, into the early 20s. And this is the way they came from the Victor factory, not RCA, because they hadn't combined forces yet. But there's old Nipper embossed on the front. And these would be housed inside of the Victrola. Now, this has a Q on it because you could get every letter of the alphabet. And you would actually buy these sleeves empty, or they would come with the machine. And then you would place, as you went out and bought individual records, you would place them inside. Here's a place for you to write your own index there. I can't really show it to you. And then the records go down inside like this. Now, these are almost more breakable than porcelain. You know very well. Let me set this down. They're also as heavy as lead. One of the things people don't realize is you can break the records just leafing through the folder, because they have a tendency to slide, and they'll just snap in two. Now, I did go through these, and most of them are, well, they're all classical, many operatic, some sacred, and mostly unplayed. Here's just one example of where they bought a record. This is the sleeve that it would come in from the record store. They took it home and then slid it down into that larger sleeve. This happens to be Luisa Tetrazzini. So we have Caruso and John McCormick and Amelita Galli-Cruci and Madame Schumann-Heink and all of the big recording artists who were under contract with Victor in those days. So you'll notice it says Victrola on the record. There's a lot of ways to help date this, but I don't want to bore you with all of that. But just look at how beautifully clean this record is. This 78 record would have been recorded 6341-A. This goes way back to around 1910, 1911, something like that, this particular one. And this is recorded on both sides, but a lot of them are single-sided, which doesn't make them more valuable. It's just, that's the way it was done in those days. But we'll put this back in here, and even the paper sleeves are just beautiful that they're in Oh, there's Scotti in Tosca on the front of that. So we'll just set these aside and be enjoying some of those records some other time. But I've got 3 more thrift shops to go to, and I need to go buy some paint. So let's hit it. And now in review, let's look at today's findings, today's little thrift haul. This wonderful inkwell, I am so excited about that. I still couldn't find any foundry marks on it. I have no doubt that it was made in the United States. It was gilded at one time, and I do believe that everything on it is original to it, including these wonderful lids which match, and they just sit right on the top like that. They never were threaded and they were never hinged. That undoubtedly will come to a Two Chaps Live sale in January. That's when that will be for sale. 2 lovely pressed glass vases here that are going to date again to the Edwardian era. So we're just after the turn of the century, up until about the First World War, something like that. This cute little cow planter, which is probably from the 1940s, based on the way it's stylized and the coloring and all of that. And then this wonderful chalkware parrot back here, or whatever he is, tropical bird. The colors on that are fantastic. There's no damage on it at all. That might be an addition to my kitchen. We'll see. And then all the 78s, which we're not going to go through. Let's just take a look at one. Because of the label, that's called a Victor scroll, and that means it's an electrical recording. And if you look right down at the bottom, you see that VE, that stands for Victor Electric. And we've got the Victor Symphony Orchestra with a fantasy on Madama Butterfly. That's part 1, and the other side is part 2. Let's give this a whirl on the phonograph. Maybe it's not copyrighted, and we'll go out with a little bit of that. It was a short video today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again very soon. And as I said, it is still Christmas time, and we still have a full Christmas. Oh, you're getting a peek of that kitchen, and you're not supposed to see that yet. Okay, that's it for now. More to come in the next few days. How many of you still have some leftover Christmas ham and rice pudding? I do. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Wait for the cat. And so long for now. Thank you.